Yeah, a little slow ghetto start there because technically this is take two, and technically I'm using the PlayStation right now to play back the footage from the daily login rewards from earlier. Um, check this out. It is going down once again Monday, breaking down the loyalty rewards of the week, mainly with the weekly towers. Loyalty rewards, any new live events of the week for the starting week on a Monday. So here we go. Same thing as usual. Same thing as usual. I'm like you guys. I want something new. I want something fresh. I don't think we're gonna get it out of the loyalty rewards again this year. I think it's just gonna rotate between tickets and tokens a good bit. Still, it's gotten to the point, like I said, it's gonna get to the point where they have to adjust again, and they haven't adjusted again. So 75 tokens for what we need right now really isn't enough, and then they don't at least give us more opportunity to get tokens. They kind of have, but they kind of haven't. We'll see what happens throughout the week. We got 2,500 MFP. 1,500 on Friday, Wednesday 1,750 on Monday. Thursday we got the Superstar Series 4 as well as Sunday. Rounding out the week with this pack, the one that no one wants to pay for. I gotta fast forward a little bit so I can show it to you. The Superstar Super Pack. I don't think nobody really wants that, and nobody wanted to buy it, to get some of those cards outside of purchasing it might be, a good thing. And if you can complete a collection, which is not going to be good because you get empty packs and you don't really get what, the cards that you really want out of the pack. You only get Superstar Series 4. But that does it for there. So I'm going to hop back in the game. No editing today. Just not doing it. Don't really have time. If you've been following me over the course of the last couple weeks, not just here on ADG Route Sports Games Network, but anything at the gamer, hashtag at the gamer, hashtag ADG plays. Do you already know I do a lot? So let's get into the weekly tower and see what they're rocking with this week. You're gonna get a Hellfire pack. I think that's kind of decent. With the Hellfire pack, I'm trying to think, is there still events up with Hellfire? So if you can get in there and you get the Shinsuke, for example, I think that event is still going on. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to go to live events real quick just to see if those events are still going on. We'll talk about, they do that to you every time. Well, but you still need these for the numbers games, but that Shinsuke event is gone. Yeah, that Shinsuke event is gone, baby. I think they went out today, and they do that mess on purpose, man. As soon as that other event go away, they drop that card pack that you needed for the event prior. They do that all the time. I don't know why they do that, especially when the pull rates are trash. It ain't gonna help everybody, all right? And you need to be able to reward it in your game system. Just to be honest, you're not rewarding much at all. Andrade, Finn Balor for the first match on SmackDown, questionable. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, we in the money here. 2-on-2 matchup. We got like a tag team week going on here, so it's kind of theme. We got Nathan Frazier and Axiom, 2-on-2 match. DIY, Johnny Gargano match Ciampa. Okay. Then the last matchup here, Tornado Tag, Triple Threat. Okay. Actually a fatal 4-way, but okay, this is hitting. We got the questionable matchup up here. I don't even know why they wouldn't say Dom, or even if they bring back Carlito or anybody, bro, it would have been better than Andrade. It's like, we just want Andrade in the match because we want Andrade in the match. And I feel like they do that sometimes. They just put people in there because they want them in there, and it just doesn't even make sense. But that's the only questionable matchup here. Maybe they wanted to do Andre and Ray Phoenix, but they didn't have Ray in the game. I don't know, man. But they shouldn't even went the Andrade route anyway. I'm trying to think of another tag team they could have did here. They could get Tama and Tongaloa. They could have did that. They would have stayed SmackDown. They could have did numerous other things. They could have did, Cody and Randy, whatever, man. They could have did numerous things, but all in all, they did a pretty decent job with this. I'm going to give it I'm gonna give it a B plus just because they fell off right here. I'll give it a B plus. The reward is decent too. You know what? Yeah, B plus. B plus. The reward is decent. It's a basic pack. You probably won't get nothing out of it. I would have gave it a A minus if I would have thought we would have got something out of the pack. But there's a big chance you'll go through these tag team matches and you won't get nothing out of the pack. But I'll probably be playing that very soon. Faction Wars. The internet is not blowing up, so I'm pretty sure Faction Wars did not update today, but we're just gonna look in here. Just not Faction Wars. Of course, Faction Wars already updated. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I thought I was in World Tour. I thought I was in World Tour, baby. All right, we already discussed that a couple of days ago. It did get updated the first month. World Tour. Did it? The internet's blowing up yet? Is the internet blowing up? No. Internet's not blowing up because they didn't do anything. 2K could blow up the internet if they just updated World Tour. That's all they had to do. That's all you have to do, man. You want to get people clamoring, being good about your game again. That's how you do it. That's all you gotta do. You could have did it months ago. And even I wouldn't be complaining too much about my faction. If you had some decent rewards in there that wasn't behind a paywall and good ways to get MFP and different other things and get your Superstar Series collections up without. Oh, let's keep it moving. Live events, baby. All right, with the live events, the LA Knight birthday is going down, which is better than the Smash and Stash a bit. I haven't been in no rush. Oh, I gotta show y'all this because the other day I got lucky. All right, let's take a look at what happened to me the other day. I got lucky, and it's pure luck, baby. It's pure luck because I'll keep saying it. The pull rates are, it's bad. Unless I start getting this on a regular and messing up every 2 or 3 other packs. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. But so the other day after getting some MFP, I decided to spend some MFP on the Monsters and Mayhem series pack. Now, I didn't think that it was gonna come out this way, but it came out this way. And you kind of already know what's gonna happen, so let's fast forward a little bit. It was glowing. New Ruby manager there, but I don't need a Ruby manager. And then bam, Bronson Reed just shows up on the screen. The Galaxy Open Bronson Reed that everybody probably wants out of a basic pack. That doesn't happen that often. That doesn't. But as I've been telling the community, especially Tyson, shout out to Tyson who always get the shout out. I've been saying that I was going to change probably what I was doing. And if I do buy a pack, I'm probably just going to buy a basic pack because the packs are trash. So then I pulled that out of the pack and got a chance at the Undertaker 90, which led me to other things as well. So I'm just grateful for that. But don't forget about this Bronson Reed event. If you're lucky to get in it, I wouldn't try to just go for it that hardly. But if you want to take a chance on a basic pack or something, to each his own, in a way. If you had the money to spend, I just say don't go broke for 2K. You don't need these cards, man. Don't spend a lot. So you have, or don't spend it all. You have a total of 150 tokens that you can get from this event, as well as 4,000 MFP, and that's from the Monsters and Mayhem, and vice versa if you have a woman. But you need what I didn't notice here is that you need 2 Monsters and Mayhem, not just one. They got me on that. You need 2. So that leads you down a road where you may be tempted again on a pack just so you have 2 to get in that event. But think about it. It's 1,500 for 4,000. It's not really worth it unless you're gonna gain something out of the collectors from it. All right, so Vader, I did that again the other day. Y'all seen how much I got? I think it was about 2,000 or so, 20,000 or so. It was a decent amount of MFP. I got lucky and got in this event. I have not been in any Ultimate Challenge. If it wasn't for getting that Bronson Reed as lucky as I did, but like I said, the Galaxy Open Cody Rhodes, do I really need it? No, I don't. But I don't even play people online like that no more on this game. The November Smash and Stash, that is up. And yeah, like I said, the LA Knight event is better than this event. Some may disagree because if they need the tickets, but Yeah, 100 tokens. Man, come on. That's terrible. The Bianca Belair is up this week, the superstar of the month. And I normally don't even run down these over again, and I'm not. Numbers games are available. You need these numbers games, and they did the encores because you need every single one of the numbers games, including the new numbers games, done in order to even get in the upcoming event. Bianca is the fastest and the toughest, the smartest. These events are upcoming as well throughout the upcoming weeks. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. I have to say though, if I'm comparing it this week to last week, it may be a little better. And I don't know if I'm saying it because I was able to get into some events, or is it because it's a little better just because certain things got updated. The weekly tower that I just talked about today, Faction Wars, got updated again. There are new bosses in Faction Wars, which has become my mainstay of where I go to have fun. It's just a more open like area. You're not always constricted to gain MFP. If you don't want to, you could just smack someone up, win the match, and keep going in hopes of gaining more Faction Wars points. And that's what I like, you know, and the ability to gain some cards along the way. You're going to be gaining MFP and Faction Wars points. It is the place to go, to be honest with you. I think they need to work on this mode and make this mode more entertaining, presentation wise or something. And I hope in WWE 2K26, by the way, I will be starting to talk about WWE 2K26 this week on the channel. I have so many things I want to say related to faction, not just Faction Wars, you know, my faction, universe mode and more. That will be going up this week. But this is about my faction. But we're done here, baby. We're done here, baby. And with that being said, let me know where, you know, where are you at right now when it comes to your levels. Have you did anything pretty cool this week? Did you get any lucky pulls? I would like to know in the comment section below. I am level 26, 8 cards away from the 8,000, where I may take another hit at either Monsters and Mayhem, or I may go for, I don't know, it just depends on what I get on the Hellfire pack. But I'm going to that tournament now. And yeah, with that being said, there may be also some bonus videos, a good bit of bonus video let's plays, my faction videos this week. Let me know if you want to see that in the comment section below. You may be able to vote on it on the community. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next show, next video. I'm out of here. Peace.